When was it? Was it Monday? No, today is Wednesday. Maybe it was Friday. Maybe it was Saturday. I'm not really even sure when. Anyway, I went live a few days ago and it was so much fun. And I thought I'd go live again because I'm making myself a top to go along with some pants. I am making a very basic top today, and it is such a quick sew, such a good sew. And yes, I'm also doing laundry, as you can probably hear in the background. So I figured we'd come together and sew it up. And that was my, last time was my first time going live. This is my second time going live here on my YouTube channel. But I did see that it all recorded. So if you cannot watch it right when I'm live, you can watch it later, and it's kind of a fun thing. And I love being able to talk to you all on a live basis. So this is awesome. I think I'm gonna start doing lives more often. So as I mentioned last time, I am at a temporary space, so I don't have my projector set up, which I'm like, oh, maybe I need to set it up anyway, even though it's temporary. Because I don't have my projector set up, I'm relying on my paper patterns, and I do not have all my paper patterns. I don't know if I kept all of them. I don't know if I threw some of them away once I got my projector. I can't remember. So all I know is that I have about 5 or 6 patterns that I kept in my bag with me, you know, like just in case I wanted to sew, whatever. One of those being the Sarah wide sleeve top from Ellie and Mac, which I love and I make all the time. And I'm so glad I kept it because I need a solid black top. Whoop, whoop. And I thought that is the perfect pattern. So I was super excited. So that's what I am sewing up today. It's already been cut out. The pattern's already ready. This is how I store my patterns, my paper patterns. So if I have a paper pattern, I will make an envelope for it, and I will label it. Sometimes I do a better job at writing on it. Sometimes I don't care. What would be really cool is if I was organized enough to print the front page and put it on the front. That way you could see what the pattern's supposed to look like, or a picture of yourself wearing the pattern. That would be great. Also with some notes on it, like what size you make, what adjustments you made. I'm not that organized. But today we're just gonna make a simple version. It has a turtleneck option. It has sleeve cuffs. It has a cropped hem band. It's got a mock neck, so like a half turtle kind of. It's got, this is a slouchy cowl. It's got a regular crew neck band, which is what I'm doing today. And here's the actual pattern. And where's my sleeve? Okay, here's the sleeve. I am not sure if I want to do a long sleeve or a short sleeve. What do you all think? Long sleeve or short sleeve? Okay, here's my thing. I live in South Georgia, so it's still pretty blazing outside. But it is August, which means it's going to be winter soon. So having a long sleeve top, black top, would be great. And I have a Sarah wide sleeve in like a mauve color that it's a long sleeve crew neck that it's like cropped. I didn't hem it. It's just like a crop top. And that's one of my favorite tops. And so I'm like, do I repeat that same situation or do I go for something different? I think I'm gonna repeat the same situation just because it's something I like. And I will probably die of heat stroke here in the next couple of weeks before it gets cool enough for long sleeve. Okay, so we'll start by cutting it. I'm using a French terry. It's a very thin French terry. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be back. Yeah, I am back. My son is back doing schoolwork, and so it gives me some time to sew, and I missed it so very much. And I still haven't gotten back like into the swing of sews. Like I don't know. Like I've sewn quite a bit, but I don't know any new patterns. I'm still trying to figure out like some new patterns, some different things. Tell me this, is the washer, dryer, whatever it is that's going on in the background, is that really loud? Can you hear it a lot? Because if so, I might turn it off because it's kind of annoying me. And I'm not even the one listening to it. Well, I am listening to it. Okay, so I am doing this is the front, and the crew neck is the lower cut line. So like I usually, this is what I do to my patterns when I'm trying to like, when there is like another option. I just leave them hanging by the thread here, and then you'll go. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't annoying anybody. And then here is the banded crop length, hemmed crop length. I'm trying to think what line I want to do. I think I'm just going to do the hemmed crop length, because that way, I just pulled it apart. Oh, good. Okay. Because that way I will, if it's too long, I can always cut it shorter, but I don't like it when crop tops are like really high. I like them to hit right where my jeans are. And I wear a lot of high-waisted jeans, so that's why I'm like crop top, but not crop top, if you know what I mean. Like crop, but not cropped, not too cropped. Which pattern are you using? Okay, I'm using the Sarah wide sleeve top by Ellie and Mac, and I'm doing the cropped version. It's the hemmed option, and I'm going with the long sleeves, even though it is still blazing hot outside. But you know what? It's funny because I don't know why. I think it's because I am from the South. It can be like really hot all day, and then like at nighttime it feels cold, even though it's not cold. It's like 70s or whatever, and it's like, oh, I need some sleeves. So that's what happens when you live in the South for too long. You get cold at nighttime when it's just regular weather, when it's not even cold. So yeah, so I'm making this Sarah wide sleeve with a crew neck. Okay, so this is the front. It's cut out. It's cut on the fold. And then we're gonna cut the back. So two things that I figured out that I did not bring with me to this temporary sewing space, probably in my storage unit somewhere. But the thing is, I have boxes of sewing supplies. So I'm like, I had to just grab one random box of sewing supplies and bring it with me. And so there's other sewing supply boxes, and there's sewing stuff in there. So I don't know, but like, so some of the things are fine, but then some of the things I don't have. First of all, one thing that I don't have, and I realized this yesterday, is a seam ripper. How do I not have a seam ripper with me? No seam ripper. So yesterday I was working on a hack, and I had to seam rip the side of a pair of pants, and no seam ripper. So I had to do it with a little snips, like a little one of these. So that was fine. But I think I'm going to go online to Wawa and order a seam ripper. They're really inexpensive, and you can never have too many, because I also need to order thread. I only have 4 cones of white thread, 4 cones of black thread, so for like my surgery and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna get some more. And then another thing that I don't have with me is pattern weights. So this is why you see me putting just anything random on top of my pattern piece, because I don't have pattern weights. I mean, I have some, I just didn't bring them with me. I don't know why. Another thing I want to get is one of my followers sent me a mat for my sewing machine, and I love it. So I gotta look up where to buy it from, because I want to get another one for my other machine, because it's really nice. And I'll show you when I go over to my sewing machine. I'll show you what mat I'm talking about. I love it so much, and it helps to keep everything from shaking so much. So what is everyone working on today? Anybody sewing, or are you working, or are you at home, or are you thinking of sewing? What is everyone doing today? Now, if you're watching the replay, #replay, comment below and let me know. The one thing that I noticed is that the comments that are on the live don't show up on the replay. So like I couldn't see some of the comments after they went away. They working. Oh, yeah. One good thing about school time is that I get up early enough to get a lot of my work done that I need to get done in the morning. And then I have afternoons to sew or whatever, because usually if I don't have to get up for any reason, I want to sleep in. But it's been really nice to get up early and get a lot of stuff done in the morning before it gets too hot or anything like that. So I've enjoyed that. I don't enjoy it at the moment when it's time to get up at 6:30 in the morning, but I enjoy it once I'm out and about and I'm awake. All right, one cuff. Did you find a house yet? No, I have not. We have not. We are not currently like, we are and aren't looking. We are looking for a house, but it's there. The market here is not great. So we're thinking of other options. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We may maybe even get a bigger camper where it's more like an actual place where we can live for a little bit until we find a house. Her camper, I gave on Instagram a little while ago, I gave a tour of our camper, and I can't remember if it's on my highlights or not, but it is tiny. It is so little, and it's like there is no sitting area. There's nothing. And so that's the thing about it. I don't mind living in a small space. I just want to have somewhere where our family can hang out. And so thankfully there's an area here at the camp where we work. There's a lot of little areas where we can do that, but you know, obviously it's not the same as your own house, right? So we've been looking into like some destination campers or some fifth wheels that have more space and have like a living room area where there's more space, and then, you know, like for a little bit, at least until we find a place. So yeah, that's my life. I feel like that's from a movie, but I don't know. I think my brain works weirdly sometimes. Okay, neckline. Now we just need our sleeves. And I think I'm still going for a long sleeve. Sweatshirt for my granddaughter today. What pattern are you using for the sweatshirt? I love that. I am actually going to visit my sister in New Mexico sometime in September. I can't remember the date, but I have my flight already. I already know, I don't remember when I'm going, but like I said, I have my flight. And so I'm going there. And so I have to pretty soon start sewing so I can bring stuff to them, because you know, she's got twin girls that are, how old are they now? Or I think I'm gonna be there for their birthday. I like to say it's gonna be their 5th birthday, but I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. And then I also have an older niece. She is 6, so I think it's gonna be their 4th birthday. And she's 6, and then I have a nephew who is 2. So it's 4, 6, I think is what it is. And so definitely need to make some stuff for them. So I'm gonna get started on that sometime soon. So I need to figure out what patterns I want to sew up for them. So they live in New Mexico, so it does get quite chilly in the winter time. So maybe I'll make them like some cute dresses with longer sleeve or something like that. I gotta figure that out. And I have to figure out quickly, because if I have to order fabric to make them stuff, I need to do it now. We had to live in a camper for 3 months waiting to get our house. My kids were young and in school. That year, our kids did band. Yeah, I don't not like it. So our summer was so busy that honestly, I'm trying to figure out, hold on 1 second. I'll get back to that thought. I'm trying to figure out, so there's different cut lines on here. There is a cuff sleeve cut line. So like if I'm gonna do the cuff, right? There's an elastic hem cut line, and there's a long sleeve hem. But the thing is, I have long arms. So like I like my sleeves to be longer. Like I don't mind them being long. Like I'd rather be longer than too short. So I think I'm gonna do the last hem cut line, even though I'm adding cuff, like an inch longer, and actually like an inch and a half longer than the cuffed. So we're going for that. Anyway, what I was saying is this summer has been so busy that we really didn't even have time to miss our home. And the thing is, oh, it's raining. It did not even look like it was gonna rain. The thing is that we weren't even in our camper very much because we were, you know, working and being out and about and doing things. So it wasn't like we really missed it. But now that, you know, it's downtime and we're, you know, we're still working, but it's not like we have to be out of our camper like we have the weekends or we have nighttime or we have where we can hang out. It's like it gets to a point where it's like, okay, we need a living room. And in the camper we are now, we don't have a living room. But I don't mind camper living. It's really, it's not, I mean, if I had a living room, it would be perfect. So that's what we're hoping for. Either get a camper for now or if we find a house, but honestly, there's not much. We drive around all the time, we look online and just things are not popping up. Let's see. It's called Parker Pullover. What pattern company is it from? I haven't heard of the Parker Pullover. But again, I haven't sewn very many kid patterns in forever. So I want to look up a few patterns and see what I want to sew up for my nieces. Okay, so we're gonna get started with sewing our top. So here's my bodice, and I know that the sleeves here, I'm pretty sure the sleeves on this one are put on the round because I'm gonna gather, I can't remember, not that it really matters, but I think I'm just gonna put them on the round. Peekaboo patterns, okay. Yeah, I've heard of peekaboo patterns. I think I've done a few of their patterns when Caleb was younger. Caleb is so grown now. He's like an adult almost. It's crazy. 9th grade. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew it all together and gonna do inset sleeves on this one. I can't remember what the pattern does, the pattern instruction does, but that's just what I'm gonna do. So this is pretty easy. First, you sew the shoulders right sides together. Shoulders, right sides together. Then you sew your sides. If you are watching this and you're not a sewist and you have wanted to learn how to sew, I'm telling you the best thing to do is to start with PDF patterns, online patterns. They are so great. They are so easy. They're so explanatory. There are so many tutorials for all of them. Just so quick and fun. Okay, I'm also going to go ahead and sew my sides, right sides together. We'll see what it takes to make this top from beginning to end, talking a lot. All right, so there's my sides sewn up, ready to sew up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and prep my sleeve. I like to do everything at the same time. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna sew the sides of my sleeve, right sides together. Also, when I go over there to sew my sleeve, I'm also going to put in a gathering stitch at the top of the sleeve because you have to gather it a tiny bit to fit it at the top, and then a gathering stitch at the cuff because you have to gather it a little bit to fit the cuff. It's a wide sleeve, so like if you were to leave it, if you would just hem it, it's like a wider sleeve here at the bottom, so it doesn't come in like some sleeves do. Which sometimes I like to leave it uncuffed as well, but like sometimes it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy when I'm wearing a wide sleeve top and I'm like doing chores. Like if I'm going somewhere, I don't mind, but if I'm like wearing it on a regular basis, like at home, and I'm like trying to do something and this sleeve is in my way, I don't like it. So I don't know if everybody else is like that or just me. Okay, I know. I don't know how old PDF patterns are, but I'm so glad they were out when I started sewing because it helped me so much. Now I'm sewing the raw edge of the short raw edge of the band and the neckband, and then the cuffs. I'm also going to sew that raw edge, the long raw edge of the cuff, so it right sides together. One thing I like about this pattern is like I literally putting all these pieces together, then I'm gonna come back and attach all these pieces and we're done. Literally. So easy. Okay, so we're going over to my machine. And don't judge, it's a mess over here at my machine. So it's gonna be nice. I just put you right here, or you know what, I'm gonna stand you up. There we go. All right. I'm using my serger, but serger you can use kind of stretch stitch on your sewing machine. Oh, and this is the mat I'm talking about right here. It says Madame Sew. So that I want to look it up and get another one. It's so nice for my machine. Let me know if you have any questions. Actually, it's funny. I was gonna go on my Instagram and let people know I was on YouTube live, and then I forgot. So, oops, I am not the best. I know like people usually plan these lives out in advance. Not me. And I say I'm gonna get better, and I do the same thing over and over again. I don't get better. Oh well. I'm glad you all are here. You haven't lost your speed. I know. I haven't. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Ooh, I just finished yesterday this cute dress. I cut it out live. That's what I came on live last time and cut out. It's a juniper dress by Tiana's Closet. And I finished the tutorial yesterday, and it's gonna go live tomorrow. It's a free pattern. It is stinking cute. I think y'all will love it. And it is so easy to sew up as well. All right, one last thing, the neckband. Oh, did you see it? I shared it yesterday on my stories on Instagram, the dress, the finished dress, and it looks really good. I was very pleasantly surprised. Okay, sleeve, neckband can go over to that side, cuff can go over there, bodice here, sleeve here, other cuff. Okay, so for the sleeve, I'm putting a gathering stitch for the top of the sleeve. I lengthened my stitch to a 5. Thank you. I don't usually love like dresses that are like kind of fitted, but it honestly isn't like super fitted. Like it fits so nicely, and that fabric is like nice and like sturdy, stable, so it's not like it's like thin, flimsy fabric, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna put in a gathering stitch at the cuff of the sleeve, at the edge of the sleeve. You can also up the tension, and it helps you gather. I always forget to do that. Doesn't matter. All right, next. Oh yeah, the bodice doesn't get gathered. What am I doing? Just a sleeve. Did anybody already have lunch? I had, oh, where did the thread go? I cut it too close. So it came undone. Okay. I had chicken salad for lunch. I love chicken salad. I don't know why I put the sleeve upside down and it's like curling at the bottom and annoying me because I don't want to sew over the edge. Okay. All right, now one more shoulder and then we'll be ready to go over to the other side and put it all together. Oh my goodness, I did it again. What is going on here? What is going on here? I think I know. It's because I upped my tension. So it's like coming up, pulling it up because it's pulling it tight. Don't come up. All right. Ah. All right. Am I still diamond painting? Yes. We did a cow, a diamond painting of a cow. My son and I. And hold on, once again, I'm gonna turn you over. Oh, and it was really cute. We didn't really quite finish it yet. You gotta finish it. Sorry about that. I probably should have warned you before I just swung you around. Yes, and then another thing that I'm doing, I'm getting soon, it's in the mail, is I'm working on another purse, another bag. I'm excited about it because the one I have that I made from the Babylon leather kit, I use it all the time, all day, every day. I love it. I'm making another one. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have turned. I'm going to keep this inside out because of fitting the sleeve inside of it. Okay, so I've got my sleeve here. Turn it. As you can see, it gathered it a little bit by doing the upping the tension. And I'll put the cuff on first. So here's my cuff. I'm gonna grab my cuff and I'm gonna fold it wrong sides together. Should probably get another diamond painting. I do love doing that. And my son will do that with me. I'm always looking for things that he will do with me. He doesn't really enjoy sewing, so he's like, eh. He did it like once a long time ago, and then now he's like, meh. So he's not got any interest in it. All right, so here's my cuff, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather this sleeve to the width of my cuff. Almost. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find the threads when it's a black thread. And then once we do that and it's nice and even, we're gonna fit our little cuff over, match up the side seam with the side seam, and match the raw edges together. I'm working on one that's a sewing machine. Oh! Okay, so where did you get the sewing machine diamond painting? I haven't seen one like that. Where'd you get it at? And that's sweet about your granddaughter, the 7-year-old. That's sweet. Yeah. Caleb was about that age when he sewed with me a couple times and then never again. It's like, eh. But he just didn't have the interest on it. I know some people have more interest. Obviously, I have more interest in it. Okay, so one cuff, and then I'm gonna do the same with the other cuff. That's sweet. That would be fun. I wish my nieces lived closer and then I could teach them how to sew if they wanted to. That would be fun. All right, so here's my other cuff. This is why sometimes video tutorials are so much quicker, because like this part, I would show what I did, and then we could fast forward to this little part right here where I'm just doing the same thing over again. We are at 31 minutes. How long do you think this is gonna take to finish? Let me know in the comments what you think, how long this is gonna take for me to finish this top. We're at 31 minutes right now. And that was cutting the fabric too. This is the reason why I love to sew, because it's like, honestly, I love crocheting and cross stitching and all that other stuff, even diamond painting, puzzling. Oh, I love it all. But like, I just feel like with sewing, there is so like rewarding, like right away. It's like immediate reward. I think it was Amazon or Temu. You gotta look up at Amazon and see if I can find it. All right, and then the neckband, I'm gonna flip it wrong sides together and prep it. I guess I could should probably finish doing my sleeve, but I saw the neckband right here, so I figured I'd jump to it. And then I match the back, and then I go to the front. Match the back, go to the front, and then I'm gonna do like a little snip to mark it. And then I'm gonna match up the front and go in the back and go to the sides. And make a little snip again. And then I'm gonna go to the other side as well and make a little snip. This is really the best, like if anybody was to ask me like, what is one of your most favorite tips to give somebody else, somebody that's just starting to sew, like something that's gonna help them forever, is neckbands. And clipping your neckbands. That is one thing that it always is my like, what would you say to new sewers? Clip your neckbands. Clip, clip, clip. It just makes things so much easier. All right, so for the sleeves, you could go ahead and go sew the cuff, but you all know I do everything at the same time. So we're gonna sew our sleeve in by fitting it into our arm side, matching the armpit area, and then attaching the top, and then gathering, putting in that, I'm gonna kind of pin all the way up to like the mark, and then I'm gonna gather the top of the sleeve to fit. And it's not a lot, it's just a little bit. It's just a tiny bit. Do the same on the other side. And then the same on the other sleeve. It is 35 minutes and I am almost done doing the prepping part. Then I'll just have to sew. And so maybe 10 more minutes? What do y'all think? Can I be done in 10 more minutes? 10 more minutes? Huh? We'll see. It'll be 45 minutes to make this top. All right, neckline, we're gonna match up the shoulders, go to the front and the back, and this is where you notch your neckband as well. No, not your neckband, just your neck. I already notched my neckband. And then you match up your notches that you just created from front and back. I mean from, yeah, front and back, and then you go to the sides. Because your shoulders are not your half point. I mean, your shoulders are not your sides. You're gonna have the front of the neck goes lower than the back of the neck. So you're gonna have the neckband's gonna be longer here at the front. So if you don't mark your quarter points, you're gonna end up having a neckband that's too tight in the front and too loose in the back. Then you just go ahead and match those quarter points to the marks you just created, making sure it's nice and even and not twisted. And then you head on over to your sewing machine and we're done. And like I said, last time I did not hem this top, so I don't know that I'm gonna hem it again because I feel like it's fine without hemming it. I think it looked really cute. Really cute. All right, here we go. Time to sew everything together. We are at 38 minutes. And we sew this all together in 5 minutes. One sleeve is shown. Neckband. We'll do the neckband next. I like to start at the back seam just because that's where I'm gonna have like my little notch. And then I like to grab my first quarter point and stretch to fit. Then I'm gonna go to the next quarter point and stretch to fit and sew. And then my next quarter point, repeat the process. To the last piece. All right, last but not least are cuffs. It's 41. Unless these cuffs take me 4 minutes, we're gonna make it. One cuff. Look at the little gathers. You can't really tell. Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, that would be fun. Doing home ec. I was talking to someone the other day about how it's sad that a lot of schools don't do that anymore. You can learn a lot and have fun. If my elective was sewing, sign me up. All right. Moment of truth. We're gonna try this on, see what it looks like. Oh, I haven't pulled any of the basting stitches off, but we'll get to that. It's a little wrinkled. That's okay. Here it is. My finished Sarah. How cute. I gotta iron it a little bit, but here's my gather cuffs. I like that I did them longer, so I have more of like a little poof here. It fits the cropped length, comes like right up to like where my jeans stop, which I love that. How cute is this? What do y'all think? I finished it. It's 43:17, so less than 45 minutes to finish my top from cutting to sewing. Thank you for sewing with me today. I plan to do more lives here. I'll try to give you a warning at some point if I know when I'm gonna go live. Be on the lookout for Thursday. I will be releasing that video of that dress that I made. The free pattern, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you another time.